What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on? What's going on, my people? Big Six is in the building. It's your host, Ryan from the Six, man. What is going on? What's going on with everybody? Hope everybody's good out there. Number one, hope everybody had a blessed Monday so far. Monday. Look, I got the days all messed up, bro. I'm a shift worker. Yo, have a good hump day. It's Wednesday. Man, we had a lot of snow up here today, man. It was vicious with the snow. I went out and I had to shovel like 3 times, bro. Yo, it was crazy. Like I had to shovel 3 times. Nah, that shit wasn't fun at all, bro. So I had to shovel up 3 times, bro. It wasn't cool, but you know, got to do what you got to do, right? This is what we live through. We in Canada here, and this type of weather we gotta deal with, bro. So I ain't even mad at it. But salute to everybody tuning in. Salute to everybody, you know, showing love to the channel. As always, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all come in here. Y'all really give me motivation to keep moving and grooving. It's all love on this side, man. But make sure you smash that like button, yo. When you come on in, man, and we got a good show here tonight. I'm gonna talk about a few things that are on my mind lately. You know, if you want to jump in and speak, for sure, man. We got the X Spaces, we got the Discord link in the chat. If that don't work, let me know. I'll try to drop another link for y'all. But it's my first time doing this stuff, so shout out to everybody tuning in, man. I really appreciate y'all. My name's Ryan Fraser. I'm your host, Boxing Talk Up North. Ryan from the Six. Show some love in the chat, man. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're coming in, when you're checking in with me. And drop a super chat, man. We got a $10 goal. Sorry, 10 super chat goal, $2 super chat. You know, support the channel, support the movement. And yeah, man. I appreciate everybody and the fights that were ordered by the WBC. There was a lot of fights that were ordered. There were a lot of fights that you know, I shouldn't even say problems with, but there was definitely not mandatory positions that I had problems with, man. I had problems with, you know, guys like Conor Benn being mentioned. I had problems with guys like even who else got a shot there? Ryan Garcia, man. Ryan Garcia getting a shot off what? Right? So I mean, there's a few dudes there in around the boxing area space where I'm like, man, I think the WBC kind of dropped the ball with those guys, but it is what it is. You know, I don't tend to get too emotionally involved with those things because boxing is how do I explain it, bro? Boxing's a weird sport when it comes to that shit, bro. When it comes to like, you know, shoot, we only got the Discord right now. So y'all, the Discord link is working. X Spaces is not working. But yeah, we gonna burn anyways while we here, right? So the first, I guess, mishap, the first thing I don't like is Conor Benn. Not sure where the WBC even comes up with giving him a ranking at 147. You know, Conor Benn hasn't fought at 147 in a while, man. So for him to get a ranking it's just weird to me. It's like, bro, like how you get ranked and you not even the guy, man. Like you not even the dude. So it's really weird that he's getting the ranking. But hey, you know what could we really do, bro? At this point, boxing is what it is, man. It's that type of sport. A lot of different things are gonna happen. You just kind of gotta roll with the punches, really, bro. You know, but Conor Benn's gifted a #1 spot in the WBC, and I think this is a lot of what the WBC has created, man. They created their own beast, their own mess, you know, and Terence Crawford brought that to the forefront, right? The other day when he didn't pay his sanctioning fees and he went on, you know, his rant about it. And what he said, I'm just gonna say this, what he said is absolutely true, bro. Like he didn't like I feel like the sanctioning bodies have been on this road where they just been, you know, doing whatever they want to do and you know, making up their own rules on the fly. And then when people don't abide by their rules, they be getting mad. And it's like, bro, like you can't have your cake and, you know, eat it. Like you can't the full meal, like something's gotta give at some point, right? But the WBC, I don't know why they just feel like they could do whatever, bro. And I mean, I said this when Canelo was there. I don't think he faced the mandatory. I think his only mandatory that he faced with the WBC was Yeardom, right? And I understand he was undisputed, so he got to go around the cycle. But I don't know who his WBA mandatory was. I know his IBF mandatory. He got stripped. Shout out to the IBF. That's what they do. So I just think like you know, the WBC, I don't even know if Mario Barrios' mandatory got called. Cause like Mario Barrios, I'm pretty sure he won the belt. Man, which undercard did he win that belt on? I want to say it was Canelo, a Canelo undercard. But you know, man, can't even remember which fight Mario Barrios won his WBC interim belt on. But he won the interim belt. He gets elevated, you know, when Crawford leaves the division. So that's almost 2 years by now. You know, I think it's 18 months that you get to take voluntaries for, and then you gotta face your mandatory. I'm pretty sure Mario Barrios is over that limit, bro, and he ain't never had his mandatory call. But somehow Ryan Garcia's jumped into the mix, a guy who was banned from the WBC, and you know, banned, and then literally somehow got a shot at the belt off a loss, you know, not really having a great performance. I mean, I don't know, man. He cheats the fight before that. So it's like, I don't know why they gifted him, but hey, they gifted him. And then, you know, they gifted Conor Benn a #1 shot, which they gonna make him the mandatory. They gonna make him the mandatory, and he's never fought at 147 in like almost 3 years. So we'll make Conor Benn the mandatory, and we gonna give it to him just based off, oh, he showed so much compassion in his win against Eubank Jr. Like, bro, what the, like, this ain't, man, they like making the sport look soft, bro. Instead of saying he beat this person, beat that person in and around his weight class, nah, he showed so much compassion in the win. That got him a #1 spot. Don't that sound crazy? So they got that going on. So I mean, the time ago with Canelo, you know, shout out to them, but they stripped him though when Triple G came, because Triple G applied that pressure. Shout out to Triple G, man. He made sure he applied that pressure to them, and they had to go ahead and do the right thing and strip Mr. Canelo Alvarez back then. But I'll tell you what, man, they probably won't do that again, because it didn't look like they were ever gonna do it again, bro. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things, man, where it's like they got away with it, and you know, nobody really said anything, so they just kept doing it, bro. Shout out to my brother, man, Dr. Box and Talk in the building. Salute, man. He said, yeah, I don't know why either, man, but really, we know why. Yeah, man. Yeah, we know why, bro. We know why. But yeah, I just think it's crazy, bro, how that whole situation's played out. In the WBC, I think they all the same, right? Like, I'll just say that. They all got their flaws, man. The WBA to me has too many belts. The WBO, you know what? They kind of in a weird situation, but I think they do favor. I think we can all say they favor the top ranked fighters a lot over at the WBO. Seems like that. The IBF really the IBF. The reason why the IBF is the way they are is because they literally was like, I'm pretty sure they had a federal charge, bro. Like they was getting investigated by the feds. So like they got kind of like, no, they can't be doing that stuff that the other ones could do. And you look at where the other sanctioning bodies are. I think they're all based out the country, out of America. I think like WBC's in America. Sorry, in Mexico. I think WBO's in Puerto Rico. The BA, I'm not sure if it's in Thailand or somewhere like that. It might be in America. I don't know where the BA is. And then I think the IBF is in New Jersey somewhere. So they really the only ones who can get the FBI on them, right? But it's it's crazy, bro. It's crazy what these sanctioning bodies can do. And you know, it's weird how you got now a crowd of people. Boxing's divided also because of this. But you got a crowd of people who are like saying that, literally saying, bro, if you with Mauricio, it's because you was with Canelo, which is nuts, bro. And then they say if you with Crawford, oh, you with Crawford, right? Like they making this a whole Canelo versus Crawford thing, and I'm just like, nah. I'm sitting back here like, nah, bro. I've been saying for like the last 3 or 4 years, the belts have just been devalued by the sanctioning bodies. You know, they've been doing a poor job of making these mandatories and not positioning the guys who are actually paying fees, the guys who are actually putting in the work to get to the top. They're kind of like leaving those guys off to the side. So those guys who are paying their 3%, winning fights, going up, they're not getting shots, man. Like we look at Shakum Giasov, who was supposed to fight Stanionis, took step aside money so Stanionis could fight Boots for a unified fight. And now look at Shakum Giasov, man. He may not even get his shot against Rolly, because Rolly and Pacquiao talking about fighting. And the WBA might look at that fight as being more profitable than Shakum Giasov. So it's like, hey, he can sit down again. But that's what they do. And they do it often. They do it a lot. And this is why I'm like, man, I can't really rock out with these sanctioning bodies like that. I just can't, bro. And it's crazy, bro. Like, and honestly, Terence Crawford, what he did wasn't cool either. Because I look at it like, bro, when Earl Spence was talking about it and they fight, they lead up. You know, my man, he was hush over there like a church mouse, bro. My man Crawford didn't say a word. And I rocks with Crawford, y'all know that. But I was a bit disappointed because now he taking a stance and now the damage has been done. But it's like, now you want to do it. Like, you see, to me, at least would have been a little bit more. I could have stood on it a little bit more with him if he did it before the Canelo fight. If he said, yo, I don't want them belts. I just want that ring belt because that's the belt that matters. Now, if Crawford did all that, bro, and shunned the sanctioning bodies, because that's what would have happened. Think about it. Because Crawford won. So Mauricio Suleiman couldn't get in the ring with that WBC belt. Only one belt would have been getting in that ring that night. They could have did that, bro. He could have took that stand that night. He could have did that. Because I'm pretty sure the contract was already locked up, bro. I'm pretty sure he already had whatever money he was getting from that fight. It was already locked up. That deal was already done. But, you know, he wanted to be undisputed 3 times. So I feel like if you want that glory, you got to pay for it, bro, because that's what you signed up for. If you wanted to take the stance that the ring belt is the only belt, you would have took that stance that night, bro. But now you're trying to take it now. So I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it's genuine. You know? I feel like it's like, bro, like, yeah, it's like you went to the restaurant. You knew it was going to be expensive. And you just ran out on the bill. Like, that's crazy. Shout out to my guy in the building. We got Bo Lies. What's going on, man? Said live from the 6, bro. I appreciate you, man. He said Suleiman is a waste man. Yeah, he is, bro. That's facts, yo. That's facts, bro. Shout out to Chad from Canada. What's going on, bro? Yeah, man. So I think for sure the sanctioning bodies are they kind of like ruined boxing in a way. You know, they forced guys like Tank Davis to say things like the belts don't matter because, you know, that's a guy who literally don't want to pay percents, and I'm not even mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad at him. But at the same time, I feel like, look, man, when Spence said the whole thing's about the WBC and the BA, I think he had both them belts. No, he has 3 belts. He had the IBF 2. They won off Kell Brook. That was his first belt. So when Spence had the 3 belts, and, you know, he been paying his 3% every fight, and he like, man, I don't know what's going on with the money. Him and Crawford, they in this big fight. And my man Crawford over here not saying a word. But now, a couple years later, it's a big problem. I look at it weird, bro. I look at it like, you know, where this coming from. You know, I guess you had to wait till you got, you know, everything on your side. And now it's like, oh, I got nothing to lose now, so I could go ahead and say something. Which is kind of weird to me because I feel like, bro, like, you supposed to be a fighter, man. You supposed to be standing on business all the time. You know what they say? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Chad. He said, look at the ring belt today and tell me it doesn't matter. Nah, that's facts, man. I like the ring belt. But, you know what I'm saying? The ring belt's kind of turning into the other ones, Chad, because, I mean, you know, you look at 147, they got all these dudes ranked, and somehow they don't have one of the champions ranked. They don't have Rolly Romero ranked in the ring. That's, you know what I'm saying? That looks like biases to me because Rolly Romero spoke, you know, didn't speak nice words on how he was treated at the Times Square event. So I feel like they are punishing him. Even though he probably got one of the best wins at 147 right now outside of Devin Haney. He beat Ryan Garcia. He said, I've been pushing the lineal title for at least a year now. I'm telling you that it delivers one belt. Now, I feel you, Chad. I feel you. I like the lineal, man. The only problem with the lineal was like when Tyson Fury was on that whole lineal thing, you know, he wasn't trying to fight nobody. So it was kind of like, damn, bro, like, what does that lineal mean when you're not fighting nobody? Like, I feel like the lineal belt, you gotta at least have a good opponent, right? But yeah, I mean, shout out to Teofimo Lopez. He's got 2 of them things. He beat the guy twice. So shout out to him, man. I got no problems with Teo being the lineal champ. But yeah. I don't know what to say, yo. I don't think either guy is like, you know, how do I say it? I don't think either guy is like a big, what do we say? A big press conference guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they are. I think they're just not good at talking trash, man. My man Bo said Bud and Andre Ward just want transparency from the WBC. Nah, for real. I think we all want transparency, right? And I just look at it like, man, like they've been in the business for so long. It's like, why now you want to question? You should have been questioning these guys a long time ago, man. It's not like it's something changed yesterday. It's not like this hasn't been going on. It's just it's weird that you guys decided to take a stance today. You know what I'm saying? Because the money's there. That's what it really is. They got the money behind them. So but then they got also Dana White in the background there touching the Muhammad Ali Act, which is another conversation. My man Chad said, yeah, the champion has to defend it. Yep. Roger that in the building. What's going on, man? Yeah, that's what has pushed Tio to have a better resume than others. No, that's facts, man. Teofimo Lopez, when the fight's big, he seems to show up. So I mean, he was saying some weird stuff today, which I ain't gonna repeat, but I mean, shout out to Shakur Stevenson. Shakur obviously feels like he's the best fighter on Teofimo Lopez's resume, and I agree. So I think so too, and I think Teofimo Lopez also said that too. And that's acknowledging the challenge, man. I think that's what a lot of us just want Tio to be on, and to show up, and definitely give us a good fight. Because Teofimo Lopez, he's hot and cold, man. There's no way else I could say it. He's hot and cold. I think for sure we'll see what he brings to the table, man. I think Teofimo Lopez is a great fighter. I think he's a hell of a fighter, man. I think he's got great boxing skills. I just think, to be honest, he just lacks focus. And with a guy like Shakur Stevenson and all of the intangibles that he has and brings to the table, you know, he's gonna go out there. He's gonna frustrate. Teofimo Lopez, man, and it might turn out to be a wash, or Teofimo Lopez, I think he got to make the fight dirty. Like I said in my last stream or my stream before, he got to make the fight dirty to throw Shakur Stevenson off. If he can accomplish that, then this fight will be a lot closer than, you know, a lot of us would think, man. But hey, we'll have to see, man. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro. The problem with Teofimo Lopez is you know, he just can't be trusted, man. And his dad is there. His dad's talking. So obviously his dad's leading the camp. I don't see really anybody else around. That's always been a concern for me. I think they might be biting off more than they can chew this time. I mean, but they got far. They got so far. I keep saying that. They've gotten so far with what they have, like Teofimo Lopez I'm talking about, in regards to like his dad coaching him. Like, you know, you look over, the other guys always got like somebody super elite. You know, like this man, Shakur Stevenson's been sparring with freaking Bud Crawford, yo. Like that means something to just be in the ring with that guy and learn, right? So it's one of them things, man, where I'm like looking at it like I don't know what's really gonna come from this fight. Because if Shakur wins easy, I think people gonna be mad at the performance. But if Tio beats Shakur, they're gonna call Shakur a hype train, fake Floyd. You know what they're gonna do, man. They're gonna bash him. But we'll see, man. The boxing outcome, man. Ryan, you don't use StreamYard? Yeah, I've been trying to get away from StreamYard. Try something new. But yeah, man, I see this one's a little glitchy right now, and it's not great with the definition. But I don't know. Y'all let me know how it looks, man, and feels. I got the Discord link though if you wanna call in via Discord. I had the X spaces up, but I think I can only attach it to 2 areas, so it went down, unfortunately. Or I can go on X Spaces and put the Discord down. But I feel like the Discord, that's the community. Y'all could join that. And yeah, I'm going to try to add more things to the stream, bro. I just try to do, you know what I'm saying? Try to give y'all a better experience. Oh, you have to download Discord. Oh, man. You got X Spaces? Maybe I'll go to the X Spaces and open that. But man, and I'm not sure. I'm not even sure who's fighting on it. Like I don't know how these TKO group guys operate. I don't understand it. So they got this rollout. I think January 20-something, 23rd. TKO group supposed to be fighting and or having an event. Sorry, on Paramount. Oh, I'm breaking up. Out of audio now, man. Make sure we all good here. Kids were over here by this desk, bro. I know what they was doing. But yeah, basically we got the. Oh man, he said he done sabotage you a lot, man. Here, let me see what's going on, man. Maybe I got too many windows open here in the back. You know, sometimes. But yeah, oh man. Yeah, it does sound bad. Jeez, what's going on with that? Nah, that's crazy, because it sounds good here. I'm not sure why it's doing that, really. But yeah, I hear it, bro. It sounds bad, bro. Check out these chords here. Mic check. Damn, I'm not sure what happened. Dang. Okay, let me jump out of. I have to close some of these windows, bro. Hopefully that works. If not, that's terrible, man. Damn, bro. Speaking some truth. Vegas. He said the piff got you, bro. What else could I do? Maybe shut it off, shut it on. All right. Yeah, let's reset it. All right, so try to reset it just now. See how that works, hopefully. Oh, shout out to the boxing income, man. Yeah, brother, that'd be awesome, man. All right, seems to sound better from what I'm getting on the playback. So I had that open on another screen. All right, man. TKO group, it's your turn to get cut up, man. Shout out to the box. Shout out to Aquaflow in the building, man. To the piff, got you, bro. The boxing outcome. He said, I'm trying to network in the future with you, bro. Very humble, and I can help you with Spanish translation and Spanish interviews. Okay, man. All right, man. Yo, you know what, bro? Then we might have to get Rohan Polanco on here. Y'all know I get usually Hector Bermudez coming through here sometimes as coach. So we can get Rohan on here in the boxing outcome here. That'd be awesome, bro. Have a little collab. Talk with Rohan. Shout out to Eddie Alvarez in the building. What's going on, my brother? All right, TKO group. Yo, back to y'all. They got an event coming up in January. So Dana White announces an event in January. And I'm looking at Dana White like, bro, like, do you think that like boxing fans gonna be like UFC fans? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, this don't make no sense to me, because like boxing fans, we at least get the main event, right? The rollout, like Tio and Shakur. We don't really know the undercard. I think Carlos Adames is going to be on there against Amma Williams, but I haven't heard nothing else from that fight. So we don't know what the undercard is, but we know what the main event is on January 31st. Tio and Shakur. You know, same thing in Puerto Rico with the top ranked card. We know Xander and Baru is fighting. I personally know Rohan Polanco's fighting on that card because, you know, talked to Coach Heck on the show here. He said they still looking for opponents. Who else is fighting? Backroom and Josh Kelly's also fighting on that day. So like we know the main fight. But Dana White just announces they're dropping a card. I think he said January 23rd or something like that, a week before the 31st. And he said, yeah, we just dropping it on Paramount Plus, and didn't like give us any fighters, any main eventers, any location. So to me, like that, bro, that's next month. So I don't know if you just assume that all your UFC fans are gonna just go over there and just watch, and like that's what you banking on, is bringing your UFC audience to boxing, which that might be the plan. But you know what about trying to capture the boxing audience? Like you're going into boxing, you know, the boxing media, the people, they got nothing. You giving us nothing. So you just announce a show. We don't even know who's on the show. So it's like, bro, like why would we even tune in? And I just don't know what Dana White's trying to do, trying to capture. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be, you know, just because it's their first card, he's looking at it like, you know, I'm not really focused on this one being a great one. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't watch UFC. Does he do this for the UFC? Does he just say we having a card and don't put the main event out and then puts it out later? Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand the promotional tactic in that. Saying we're having an event and not naming at least the headline fighters. Even if the headline fighters aren't as big, you know, there's a lot of hardcore boxing fans in the space that will go and try to watch it to, you know, get a gauge on it, man. See how the Zuffa promotions are. I mean, we've seen great matchmaking with Pro Box. We don't know all those names, but we tune into the fights because we understand Pro Box got they got a great matchmaker. They got great fights that they put on. They actually giving us guys to go out and watch again because they've done so well in these fights. So I think Zuffa's dropping the ball to start, but you know, they out the gates with it. It's not really to me, it's not an issue. I think they'll learn as they go on. But Nick Khan, he was saying all the right things in that ring interview about the sanctioning bodies and how they don't operate with their own rules and they're really just you know, destroying boxing. I mean, he's right in a sense, right? But at the same time, it's like, bro, just because you said it don't mean that you guys aren't going to come in here and do the same thing. I mean, the first thing you guys went to was the Muhammad Ali Act. And I don't know what, you know, position they took on the Muhammad Ali Act, but I know for the fighters, that act, you know, gets a lot of the money that the fighters probably wouldn't see to be revealed to them, you know, so they can't get backdoored by their managers or promoters. You know, like the budget could be, or the money could be $1 million, and the manager can go and tell the fighter, yeah, it was maybe $250,000 and take the rest, just because the fighter didn't get to see that money, right? Didn't get to see what the overhead's gonna be. So it's good that the fighters get to see it. And I think for sure, Zuffa, if that's their intention of taking that whole thing away from the fighters, I think the boxing fans and the boxing space will not receive them well. You know, you don't take away from the fighters. You can make your pay scale and everything like that. And if that's what they want to change the Muhammad Ali Act, as in we have a pay scale, we want to implement it in our league so it only abides by their league. So if you sign up to their league, you know, the Muhammad Ali Act may not work in your favor because they have a pay scale. So you won't need to see that budget. Then I'm fine with that. But if they're trying to put that across boxing, you know, all promoters and just all events, that's wrong, man. just stick to your own little guns. You be in your own corner, your own sandbox doing that stuff. That's cool. But when you try to spread that across the whole sport, man, I don't think it'll be received well. My man Boxing Outcome said, I think 50% of the UFC fans will not convert over to Zuffa Boxing. Okay. Yeah, I believe you, man. Because they speak like, and they listen to Dana, but they speak like boxing ain't it. Said they need to jump on free agency and sign fighters, man. Jake Paul jumped in boxing at the right time and started signing women. I don't like Jake, but he was smarter than Dana White. Yo, that's facts, bro. That's facts, bro. That's facts. He did that. Jake Paul, he got the Prospect Series too. And yeah, he's doing excellent with the women though. I like the job that Jake Paul's doing with the women. I think it's good what he's doing for them. But yeah, man. What else I got on the docket here? Mic check. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Oh, I see what happened here. My on my mixer, it went out for some reason. Should be good now though. Showing them levels, man. This is not a good start. Yeah, it should be good now. Y'all can hear that. Yeah, man. I don't know why. I think when I switch to them slides, it kicks the mic out. So I'm not gonna do that no more because I think that's what happened the last time. It kicked me out. I gotta figure out why I do that, man. That don't make no sense because it shows my mic. It shows it working, but anyways. Yeah, Ryan Rozicki wants to fight Jay Apataya. So you want to fight Jay Apataya. You know, I think Jay Apataya is not going to get Zerto next. So why not, man? Why not fight him? Why not fight him? They both top cruiserweights. I think it's probably one of the better fights for Jay Apataya. You know, the only other fight I could think of off the top of my head is maybe Chris Billum Smith, CBS. And let me see where he's at on the ring rankings. All right, CBS is number 2. Michael Cieslak, the Polish guy who just beat John Pascal, he's number 3. And yeah, Ryan Rozicki's number 4. So I mean, you can't get, you know, Zerto, because Zerto, he got to fight Robson Savar next. Robson Savar, and then he got to fight David Benavidez. So that's like 2 fights out, man. You know, if I'm Apataya, you might as well go fight CBS and Ryan Rozicki. At least they top. You know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, bro. And like the thing about Ryan Rozicki, yeah, man, like the Boxing Outcome said, Ryan not gonna lay down, man. He gonna fight, yeah, bro. He gonna fight. He gonna bring it. And you know, you're gonna have to lay him out, man. You're gonna have to go on the shield. It's gonna be excellent boxing. But I'm a fan of Ryan Rozicki, man, because that dude fights with his heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not a technical fighter, but it's gonna take you a lot to get that man out of there. Trust me. He fights with his heart, man. That's for sure. So I'm happy for Ryan that he's back in the gym. Got that bicep healed up. Yeah, he's good, man. He got that bicep healed up. He's good. He's back in the gym doing his thing. I just think that for sure, he's not. See, Ryan Rozecki's kind of in the same situation as Jai Opetaia. Like, he's waiting on the opportunity between Badu Jack and Noel. They're finally fighting. I think they're fighting this weekend. Stupid pay-per-view. I don't know who the hell put that on pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view event. They fighting this weekend. And Ryan's been waiting to fight for that WBC title. Waiting for a long time, bro. A long time. The WBC messed up when they put Badu Jack in recess for so long, and then Noel became champion, and then Noel went out recess, and then Badu Jack came back and got the belt, and then Ryan was fighting for the interim. It was just like, it was being thrown around, bro, too much. And that's the problem with these belts. When they get into those modes, bro, not stripping guys and not giving the mandatories their opportunity, they end up in these positions. So Ryan Rozecki's waiting for Badu Jack Noel. Badu Jack's waiting for a payday. That's why he hasn't been fighting. Noel's waiting for a payday. That's why he don't want to fight Ryan Rozecki. So it's just like, bro, if you freaking Ryan Rozecki, just go ahead and fight against freaking Jai Opetaia, man. Just go fight with Jai Opetaia, brother. Makes sense, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy. That Mexican boxing in the building. What's going on, brother? What's going on, my guy? But yeah, man, I think Jai Opetaia, just go fight Ryan Rozecki. Don't matter who you fight, bro. Outside of Zerto, they're going to say they trash, this and that. The cruiserweight division lights. So, you know, go fight those guys. Why you wait on David Benavidez and Zerto? And who knows what David Benavidez does if he beats Zerto? Does he go back and fight Bivol? And that's my whole issue with David Benavidez, because it's like, bro, if you beat Zerto, you just going to hold Jai Opetaia up even longer with those belts, because you'll be a unified champ at cruiserweight. Unless you go fight Jai Opetaia next. That'd be amazing. I get a new respect for David Benavidez if he went ahead and did that. You know, fought Zerto, took the belts off him, and then go fight Jai Opetaia, take that belt off him and the ring and be undisputed. No, he still had to go get the BC from whoever has the WBC, but he'd have the ring belt, and that'd be the first time he'd be unified with the Zerto win for David Benavidez. So, I mean, there's a lot for Benavidez, but I don't know, man. Jai Opetaia, you got to get better fights, bro. If you're not going to go to heavyweight, just fight the other top guys in around cruiserweight. You did your mandatory now. You shouldn't have to give us anything else, brother. It is what it is. My man. Got my man here. Yeah, my mic went up. No, I didn't. Shout out to my guy Russ, man. Russ Amber. He's inducted into the 2026 Hall of Fame class. This guy, honestly, I'm so happy, man, for him. So happy. I got a chance to, like, I basically grew up with this guy. You know, this guy was my dad's cut man growing up. He's my brother's cut man now. You know, as kids, he'd come down from Montreal and he trained David Lemieux. At the time, he'd bring David Lemieux. They'd stay at my house. Him and my dad has been lifelong friends, and to see Russ Amber, you know, from a local trainer first, because he trained a world champion in Otis Grant, WBO middleweight champion, before he lost his title to Roy Jones. So he trained a world champion, and then he took his cut man skills to another level, man. This guy's cornered the who's of the who's in the game, bro. Like, the ones I could think of recently, Lomachenko, Usyk, Shakur Stevenson, Arthur Beterbiev, Bakram Musadayev, you know, Rafael Espinoza, Emiliano Vargas. Like, he's been in the corners of some of the Xander Zayas, some of the top dogs in today's boxing. And he goes way back, bro, to John Pascal's and Lucian Bute's. And it just goes on and on. But I think his big staple, or I think he'll get in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if you can get in again. I don't know what I think he's going in as a builder. I think he should go in as a builder in my eyes, because he created Rival boxing gear. He's that guy. And I can't, like, bro, I remember the first time he brought the glove to my dad, like the prototype with the first Rival glove. And my dad was like, damn, like this gonna do something, Russ. And I think a lot of us at the time were like, yeah, he's probably gonna do well here in Canada, but we didn't think it was gonna be received the way it was received around the world, bro. You see Rival boxing gloves everywhere. Everywhere. And the gear too, the bags, the pads, the bags, the heavy bags, the aqua bags, you know, the protectors for the coaches. It's like Rival gear is just, it's on another level now, man. And shout out to Russ, because, you know, he's a good guy. I remember when my son was born, bro, he actually he sent me little onesies that got the Rival logo on them and my son's name on them. He sent me like a whole set of them. And that was love, man. That was love. That's how far back we go. So salute to Russ Amber, the 2026 Hall of Fame class. He's going in with them, with Triple G, Antonio Tarver, and the rest of them. I think that's man, I'm happy, so happy for that guy, man. He deserves all of it. He's given his whole life to boxing, essentially. Like, ever since I've known him, he's been in boxing. And I'm 35, man. He's probably been around this game so much longer than me. And the impact is there today with Rival boxing gear, but he's in a lot of elite corners. You know, he'll probably be in Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez corner, at a Shakur's corner again, as he was for the Zepeda fight. And he was in Wilder's corner too. I think you know, that was funny. He used to say that he always tried to wrap Wilder's hands so they wouldn't break, because Wilder he'd always break his hands in fights, man, punching people. That dude was too strong for his own body. And yeah, they just couldn't figure it out, man. That dude just kept breaking his hand. So shout out to Russ Amber, man, getting into the Hall of Fame. Well deserved, proud Canadian, proud dude, man. Happy for him. Can't wait to see him. Hope I see him in a couple of weeks when my brother fights. He'll be there and we'll get to talk a bit. What else we got, man? Ben Whitaker. That fight, man. Ben Whitaker and Boat. You know, not really sold on Ben Whitaker just yet as being a top fighter at 175, but I do think this fight against Boatsi can show us if he's ready to make that jump. You know, Ben Whitaker in his last fight, he impressed me because he didn't go in there and play with that dude. He went in there and just took him out. You know, we didn't see showboating. We didn't really see too much of that cute looking stuff, man. And he with Andy Lee now. So Andy Lee looks like he got Ben locked in, got him boxing, man. And I think, like, for Eddie Hearn, they got to make that Boatsi fight. I think that's a good fight. You know, Boatsi's with Queensberry. So, I mean, we've seen Frank and Eddie make fights more than they have in the past. But, yeah, I still think that's an event that it's going to be hard to make because, you know, I think one side's going to want it more than the other. You know, Queensberry's got a case to get the fight, and then Matchroom's got a case as well because, I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, Ben Whitaker is more popular than Boatsi, man. I think more people will come out to watch Ben than to watch Boatsi. That's just my opinion. But if that fight can land, you know, on a ring card in in America or something. Maybe that's the fight they're talking about, Ben making his debut in America. Boati, I mean, that's a tough task. That ain't no easy task, man. I mean, Joshua Boati in that Callum Smith fight on the last Crescendo card earlier this year, that was the best fight of that card. And Boati showed grit, man. But then when you look ahead, his last fight against Willie Hutchison's, a lot of people thought he lost, man. So he hot and cold right now. This is probably the best time for Ben Whittaker to get him. But like Ben, like I said, I'm not really sold because I don't know if he's all that because of the competition he's been given. It's not been the greatest competition. So I got to think back like, man, is Ben really ready? Like, can he really get it done? Is he the goods? And do you want to risk that? Because I think like he a good talent. He got the showmanship. You know, Ben Whittaker is essentially the package that you want out of a fighter, man. Because he got the markability. He got the swag. He young, so a lot of the younger crowd relates to him. Checks off a lot of those boxes. He's an Olympian. You know, so you know he got talent. But it's the pros, man. It's a different game. Them lights get bright. Can he perform under them? I think that's what a lot of us want to see against top competition. So we'll see how Ben Whittaker fares, man. I know he got a long road ahead of him in boxing. I know that for sure. I'm not gonna say Ben Whittaker is it's gonna be a bust or anything, but I want to see him against some stiffer opposition, yo. And then we got the Moses Atama, Lawrence Okoli fight has been ordered. You know, both of these guys are familiar with each other also. So it's kind of like, man, that's rough for them. I mean, I don't care, man. I don't think they're friends, so they can fight. But I know that, you know, Moses Atama, he's kind of been on this, like, he's been pushed, man, clearly. Because, like, I look at his resume, it's not much, like, depth in it. Dillian White, obviously, the highlight name. But it's not much competition depth. But he's being pushed. He's like top 5 in most of these sanctioning bodies. So he's being pushed in a way, right? And that's what the money that's what happens with the money, right? Turki Al-Sheikh was campaigning him to be the youngest champion since Mike Tyson. So they obviously made that push. Didn't really get there. But I think Moses Atama's on his way, man. I don't think the Lawrence Okoli fight got to happen, to be honest. I think you avoid it. I think you keep building this young man. I don't know if he's ready for the step up, man. Shout out to Yancey in the building. Yeah, I don't know if Moses Atama's ready, man. I don't know if he's ready for Lawrence Okoli. Yo, Okoli's a good boxer. He got good size on him. Shout out to him. He gave Jake Paul that black eye. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, Moses Atama, they say he's a beast. They say he's something we've never seen before. You know, they say a lot of things, but I'm a type of dude, like, I gotta see them, bro. Like, I don't believe in urban legends, yo. I'm not that guy, man. Like, I gotta see it to believe it, man. And the moment I see it, trust me, you're getting full credit out of me. I'm gonna show love to you. I'm gonna root for you, support you. But at the moment, just go ahead and make me a believer, man. Just go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, some people just like to believe the hype. They like to drink the Kool-Aid, man. I'm not that guy. What up, Vega in the building? What's going on, brother? And then we also had the WBC. They ordered Christian and Mbilli versus Hamzah Sheeraz. I'm not sure how I feel about it, y'all. I'm not sure how I feel about it, gang. But what I will say is this: like, this is one of those weird moves by the WBC, because I mean, Hamzah Sheeraz, he moved up from 160 to 168 and immediately had a WBC eliminator fight. Like, immediately. So he bypassed everybody in the WBC at 168. Let's just take a look who they got in there now. It might be changed, but you know, he passed everybody, bro. He passed Lester Martinez. Well, Jaime Munguia lost to Canelo. He passed Diego Pacheco. He passed Iglesias. He passed all these dudes who been fighting in at the division. And then they gave him Berlanga for an eliminator. I don't even know where Berlanga was ranked at that time when they fought for the eliminator. But Berlanga should have never been ranked because he was coming off a loss to Canelo. And I feel like that was him in the WBA. That wasn't even in the WBC. Like, I feel like Canelo or Berlanga was rated number 1 with the BA. But hey, man, to each his own. WBC, this is what they do, man. Turki Al-Sheikh wants Hamzah Sheeraz position. I'm sure Turkey slid, Mauricio a little bit of money, man. This dude came off a fight with Carlos Adames where most of us thought he lost or would have lost, if Turki Al-Sheikh didn't go to the ring. And, we saw what we saw. And then he moves up to 68 and just doesn't fight the guys. None of the guys who are ranked at 68. In the WBC, I'll say that again. Because I don't know where Berlanga was. He might have been in the top 10, Berlanga. But to be honest, I don't know where he'd fit in amongst those guys. Maybe where Kevin Sajo is, number 10. But Beck the Bully got better wins than Berlanga. Diego Pacheco got better wins. Lester Martinez, he got better wins too, in my opinion. Jaime Munguia, he got better wins. Jamal Charlo got better wins. Iglesias, he got better wins too. Man, I just can't fit Berlanga in ahead of any of those guys. Maybe Kevin Sajo, who's number 10. So he could probably slide in there. My whole point is, like, Hamzah Sheeraz shouldn't even be fighting Christian Mbilli. Who's number 2? You got Canelo number 1. It should be Canelo. Or it should be Lester Martinez, who's that number 3 for the rematch. But hey, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. And then, the WBC with the hypocrisy is crazy, bro. WBC making Ryan Garcia fight Mario Barrios. Like, the dude literally disrespected people, disrespected the sport. Yeah, I don't know, man. Ryan Garcia, he got a horseshoe up his ass. I'm just going to say that. Because for whatever reason, the dude can do no wrong. Motherfucker lose. He's mid as hell. Ain't nothing special about him. He mid as hell. But he always get opportunities. For some reason, they got him on inside the ring talking like, like he's had this storied career. Bro, it's just nuts. It's nuts what's going on with him. Ryan Garcia, I don't know, man. I don't even know how we can mention him part of the 4 horsemen, man. He just ain't it, man. He just ain't it. Point blank, period. Man, I wish he was more talented, more focused. Then we could take him serious. But this guy, he just ain't it, man. And now he getting a shot at Mario Barrios. And he back with his dad training. Devin Haney said he not on testing. So, time it is. Austrian time, bro. That's what time it is. They getting back to their winning ways with that Austrian. But we'll see what he does to Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is crazy for not making sure this man's being tested. This shit don't make no sense to me. And Ryan Garcia, man, there's so many other fighters that deserve it at 147 right now. Like Ryan Garcia and freaking Conor Ben, 2 drug cheats, bro. These dudes getting shots at titles. You got this man, my man from the Cameroon, Suleiman, who just beat Green Machine. Or Mean Machine, I call him Green Machine, but the Mean Machine beat him. Manny Pacquiao number 3 because he had a draw with Barra, bro. That's crazy. Raul Cruel, he's in a rematch with Rocha. Jack Catterall's number 6. Cat Velasquez, there he is, number 7. Brian Norman's at 8. My man, and Benji, he's at 9, South African. And Stanionis at 10. That's crazy, man. That's insane. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't understand it. I think it's crazy. I think it's wild that that's going on. But yeah, for Ryan Garcia, I guess, just another day in the life. You enjoy it. But for the boxing world, this is why we say WBC be on some bullshit. They be on some bull, man. They are inconsistent. You go from banning a guy to immediately ranking him. And then somehow he's not on testing. I'm thinking he's supposed to be in like a probation period, wouldn't he be? Because like he blew way over the limit, man. This guy wasn't even close. At least Sabril Matias was underneath, and I feel like he's still on some sort of probation or something. So like I don't understand it, man. WBC just make rules for anybody. They rule book don't apply to everybody. Only apply to certain people. It's sad, bro. It's sad. But yeah, man. That's my little rant. Let's keep it short and sweet tonight. I'll probably head up on the Boxing Voice tomorrow. Talk to my guy Nesta Gibbs, man. I had a long day. We had a snowstorm up here today, bro. And when it get like this, I'd be outside like 3 or 4 times just trying to make sure that the driveway ain't crazy. I can get out the next morning, so doing a lot of shoveling. I think I shoveled twice, and then the third time I was like, yo, fuck this, bro. I'm pulling out my snowblower, which I should have did the first time, but shit, man, I had no gas in it. I had to put the oil in it, and I just didn't want to do that. So whatever, I did it, got it already primed up, put the snowblower on. But yeah, man, I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll be on the Boxing Voice. Tune in. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Peace.